The Weaver is a specially trained Elonian elementalist who wields dual attunements. They cycle the elements from hand to hand, combining them in their central skill. This skill changes depending on their elemental attunement and choice of weapon. Their favored weapon in close combat is the sword. They take on the aspects of the elements with their stance skills, drawing strength and power from them. The Soulbeast is a ranger with a unique bond to their animal companion, allowing them to unify with its spirit. They use daggers to fight at close range and enter stances to take on the aspects of wild creatures. When the Soulbeast merges with their pet, they gain its unique abilities, as well as the abilities of its archetype. They may not always fight side by side with their pets, but they're never truly alone. The Spellbreaker is a highly trained warrior who strikes the very weave of magic to weaken their foes. They traditionally carry daggers, symbolizing the broken weapons of the Order of the Sun Spears. Spellbreakers use meditations to see past their enemies' defenses. They can use their adrenaline to perform a full counter, absorbing the next attack against them and damaging surrounding foes. Holosmiths are engineers who've learned to project the power of light into a semi-solid form. They supplement their technical genius by wielding swords. In their Photon Forge mode, they gain access to powerful new skills. Each skill generates heat, which can cause damage to them as the temperature rises. Their utility skills take advantage of this, gaining greater power when their heat level exceeds a threshold. Firebrands are zealous lore keepers, skilled in conjuring magical fire. They use mantras to charge spells for instant use and wield axes to cleave their foes at short range. Their virtues are replaced by conjured tomes of lore. These tomes act as weapons with which to rebuke enemies and protect allies. The Mirage taps into the vast magic of the Crystal Desert to move through battle like shifting sand. These mesmers use whirling axe attacks to fight at mid and close range. Their deception skills baffle enemies and create fragile constructs which shatter when touched, creating Mirage cloaks to avoid enemy attacks instead of dodging away from them. Necromancers who embrace the power of the Scourge have learned to infuse the sands with their life force. Scourges raise sand shades, which shield their allies and torment their foes. Their punishment skills turn enemy strengths into weaknesses, granting boons and protective barriers to those fortunate enough to be on the Scourge's side. They wield torches to burn and corrupt the ground under their enemies' feet, lighting the way to their destruction. The legendary Char Kala Scorchraiser rose up to end the tyranny of the Flame Legion. Now, Revenants can channel her power in battle, becoming renegades. They can draw upon Kala's spirit to summon members of her warband and boost allies with her fervor. They gain the ability to wield a short bow, firing conjured arrows through the mists to blindside their enemies. The Deadeye is a thief who stalks their targets with patience and brutal accuracy. They use a rifle to snipe at long range, marking targets to harass them with harmful effects. Their mastery of shadow magic lets them cast cantrips, which gain bonuses when used against marked targets, or as their malice increases.